Hey everybody, this is Thunder Hands. Welcome. My friends call me Thunder. Well, today's show is called Does Anybody Care? Because I wonder if anybody does care. You see that eyeball there looking through the hole in the wall? Well, that's the NSA spying on you. I mean, think about it for a minute. If you have a computer and it has a webcam on it or a microphone, they can listen, hear, do anything they want, see any intimate thing you're doing. They can hack right into that sucker. You want that? Do you care about that? Because it doesn't seem like anybody cares about it. So, I want you to realize the ramifications of all this stuff. I hear everybody talking about it all the time, myself included, except I'm ready to do something. Most people want to just sit around on the couch and watch TV or watch what's happening about it and do nothing about it. I mean, if you think about the real ramifications of this, okay, let's take the latest revelation about our information being shipped over or provided to the Israeli intelligence agency, Mossad. Now, I don't trust anybody over there. I don't trust anybody here. I don't want anybody having this. Think of what they could do with it. Think of what they can do with the information that they get from your private conversations, emails, whatever. They can look into your computer. I mean, they could get everything about you. They could make up a new you. They could make up a different you. They could make up, a new Joe Blow, whatever your name is. They could replicate you and then have you go out and murder somebody or do something bad or, in their name, and who's to know whether that person they made up is you or not you? I mean, people don't think about this stuff. All they care about is playing with their computer and their little iPhone and all that stuff, and they don't give a damn about what could really be done to you or what they're doing. Would you like your neighbor looking through the wall, at what you're doing, writing everything down? I mean, it used to be a federal offense if anybody even looked at your mail or went in your mailbox or maybe even in your trash. They know every friggin' thing about you. And, you got all these patriots running around, so-called patriots and truthers and all this stuff, all these people on YouTube, alternative media, regular media. And the alternative media people, sometimes I wonder about some of them because they have an agenda. It's to make money. They have their little commercials and, they have their sponsors, go buy gold bullion and go buy your, survival kits and all this stuff. They have their agendas. I don't have an agenda. I don't get paid for this stuff except through it, any donations that I might get, which isn't much. So think about that too. I want to talk a little bit about this. Fits right in because this spirit of crazy horse that I'm pointing at here right now on my website. I want to talk a little bit about what that means, spirit of crazy horse. You know who Crazy Horse was? If you don't, you should. One of the greatest warriors of all time for the Lakota Nation. He was a quiet person, actually, very spiritual. He didn't beat his chest or, when he went to war and he counted coup or when he killed enemies or whatever he had to do, when he came back, he didn't participate in the celebration of the killing or whatever. He sat in the trees and just watched it all. But he was for his people. And he was for freedom. And freedom means not having these jerks, these idiots, these politicians and NSA people and whoever, intelligence community, some intelligence. You know, when they listen to us, they could basically do anything they want with it. These NSA people, who do we know who these NSA people are? They're just people like you and I. They get a job and they go in there and they got a computer and only they can listen to everybody. I'd be afraid if I was them with the stuff that's coming out now. I sure wouldn't be telling people I worked at the NSA if I did. I don't think people are too happy with them right now. They might take them on a long ride somewhere. But getting back to Crazy Horse, he was for freedom. We should be for freedom. And this all started when the Mayflower people came over here to Turtle Island. It's not America. It's Turtle Island. Forget about all this Constitution crap and Bill of Rights, and we didn't need that stuff for it. They came over here. Don't need it now, really. All these people talking about America, America. I don't get a good feeling from that word America. This is Turtle Island. Always will be to me. But they talk about the founding fathers and the Bill of Rights, all these people that broke the treaties and massacred hundreds of thousands of Native Americans. I mean, look what they did at Sand Creek. That's just one example. Sand Creek massacre. Colonel Shivington went in there. And these people were under a flag of truce. They said, if you fly this flag, we won't hurt you. And they were flying the flag, the American flag. They went in there and butchered them. Stripped the women naked, kids. They even cut off the genitals of the men and women and wore them around their necks and paraded around in the streets there of the cities. And everybody was cheering. Yeah, they were patriots, weren't they? That's what patriots are. I don't want any part of it. I don't want any part of this. Everything went wrong. Everything went south when they came over here with their manifest destiny and their constitution, and that's government. That's like religion. It's an ism, nationalism, Protestantism. And then they took our kids and brainwashed them, tried to. That's what's wrong with this country that they call America, is that they bought into their own lie. Basically. And now they're going to pay for it. And I hope they do, because people are stupid. I mean, I love my fellow man, but wake up. Think coherently. If we are, in fact, all one, you're bringing me down. I want to bring you up. I want to bring everybody up to the level of awareness and coherency and freedom and other things, and they're all dumbed down, man. They're bringing us all down, those of us that are enlightened. So they need to get a life. Get out in the streets. Do something. Fight for your rights. I mean, you got to get out there and demonstrate or do whatever. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Use your imagination, because when it gets to a certain point, even the founding fathers of this country said, a revolution's good once in a while. That's why they gave them the Second Amendment, supposedly, the right to bear arms and all that stuff, in case the government got out of hand. Hint, hint. Now, you can do what you want to do, but I think people should start caring about the fact that nothing is private, nothing is free, everything's a prison, everything is like the reservation, just like the reservation. And they'll kill you. Don't think they won't. They're already killing you. They're putting chemicals in the water and all kinds of stuff, spraying the skies, and you're standing around with your hands in your pockets. No, you're standing around playing with your iPhone or your computer or yourself or something. I don't know. Do something about it. I can't. You have to care. You have to care about your children, your grandchildren, this land, the planet. You can't just go on day to day in your job. And speaking of jobs, people go out and work for a living and they make money, and where does it all go? To the government that they are being oppressed by. They don't care. They just come home, turn on the TV, drink a beer, kick back. Well, I guess it's good. You got to do that once in a while just to get shit off your mind. But you can't just be complacent. Look at the people in other countries, man. I mean, they got some soul. You got to have a little soul. You got to feel. You got to wake up. People are dumbed down. So think about it, Think about the stuff that I'm talking about here. Don't just listen to it and go, oh yeah, he's right, and then shine it on. Okay, so while we're thinking about it, let's go over here to Spirit of Crazy Horse, which is my website, spiritofcrazyhorse.com. Why don't we go to the donate button here first and see where that takes us? Well, that takes us here, and you can make a contribution to me, because you know what? Like I was talking about earlier, people working and getting paid. Well, this is my work. This is what I do. So if you like what I'm doing, donate. If you don't like, well, I guess you're not going to donate. So that means you don't listen to this. Anyway, here's my book, Listen to the Wind, Speak from the Heart, which is really a very spiritual book. And so is Emergence. That's more in a novel form, if you'd care to check that out. And I do have a newsletter also here, and 2 CDs with Native American flute on them, which I'm sure you would like. But this is me, this is my page, Spirit of Crazy Horse, and I think in the Spirit of Crazy Horse. That means I don't take things lying down. That means that, you just don't go along with anything that anybody says. You're a free spirit, right here, see? Of Crazy Horse. And he wasn't crazy. He was crazy like a fox. He was a enlightened being. Of course, they want to take down all enlightened beings, don't they? People, I'm telling you, you really have to care, about what's happening to us. Because we're all in the same boat now. I mean, history's in the past, all this stuff, but hey, it could come full circle. We need to realize that they have their strategies and their arts of war and all this stuff, and they hide a lot of things, and they use a lot of deception. And I'm here to spread truth. I'm here to speak with a straight tongue, not a forked tongue. I don't want to be considered a truther. I'm more of a wisdom keeper. I'm more of a Native American elder is exactly what I am. Sitting here trying to communicate to people. And a lot of people care about the Native people. They say they do. Well, if they do, live the old ways. Live their ways. Live our ways. Okay, so I'm out of here. I'm going to say adios. Blessings to you all, and hang in there, people. Love you all. Take care.